Hello my dear students, welcome back. I hope you all are very fine and reading this chapter, okay, one or two times. In the previous video, we had discussed all the definition related to this chapter, okay. Today we are going to start the topic which is given in your book, okay. So again we are going to continue this chapter with the topic adaptation to environment and terrestrial animals. In the previous video, I told you about the adaptation. What is adaptation? It is the special features which is acquired by the animals so that they can survive in their surrounding. Because time to time our environment keep on changing, and according to that we also have to change ourselves. Okay. So animals also need some changes. Okay. According to the time. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? They will extinct, like dinosaurs. Okay, what happened to dinosaurs? Okay, they were existing in the previous time, but time to time, okay, when the environment changed, they did not bring the changes in their body. Okay, dinosaurs were not ready to bring those changes, and as a result, what happened? They extinct. That means they are disappeared from this earth. Now there is no more dinosaurs on this earth. So this is the reason why the adaptation is important, because if you are not changing according to the environment, if you are not bringing the change what the environment demands for, then you will be disappeared. Okay, this is the nature of the this is the rule of the nature. Okay, the another example of extinct animal is mammoth. Okay, it was also not ready to adapt some of their special features, and as a result they also have extinct. Okay, so it is very important. Now you all understand, it is very important to adapt themselves. Okay, that's why some of the animal are still surviving, like frog. Okay, frog is very old animal. Okay, and time to time it is bringing the change in itself. Okay, and still we can see the frog. Why? Because it is ready to bring the change. Okay, now if we will see the animals around us, we can categorize into 5 major categories. In 5 group we can divide all the animals. First is land animals. The name is only describing about this. Those animals that live on land, like deer, giraffe, elephant, lion, tiger, porcupine, ostrich, kangaroo, etc. These animals live on land. Another is aquatic animals. Some animals completely live in the water, okay, and they cannot survive if we will take out from there. Okay, like starfish, turtle, okay, clownfish. Snail is also living outside of the water. Okay, now jellyfish. Okay, these are the animals that completely live in the water. Okay, now keep in the mind some animals, okay, that are living near the water, not completely into the water, but at least they are living nearby the water. They are also called aquatic animals sometimes. Okay, like snail. Okay, so snail is living under the water also, and sometimes they are out of the water also, near the water. Next is amphibious animals. Now amphibious, what is amphibious animals? Those animals that are capable to live both in the water and on the land. They can survive in the water also very nicely, and they can move and jump on the land also. Those type of animals are called amphibious animals, or simply amphibians also, like turtle, snake, lizard. Okay, and snail, just now I said snail is living inside the water also, and sometimes outside of the water also. So these are the example of amphibious animals. Next is arboreal animal. Arboreal animals are those animals that spend most of the time on the trees. Okay, it's not like that they cannot live on the land, but most of the time they survive, they live on the trees. They enjoy living on the trees, and as a result their body has developed according to that. As you can see in this picture, Okay, it is having tail and it is holding the branch with the help of this tail. Okay, and the back leg also they are using to hold the branches. That means living on the trees for a long period of time, they have adapted some of the special features to live on the trees very nicely. Those animals are known as arboreal animal. Squirrel is also the example of arboreal animal. Koala bear is also the example of arboreal animal. The next group of the animals are aerial animals. Okay, aerial animals are those animals that are flying in the sky. Okay, aerial means flying in the sky. We can see bat flying in the sky, and most of the birds we can see. Okay, insects also used to fly. So these animals are known as aerial animals. Okay, now come to the another heading of today's video, that is terrestrial animal. Okay, terrestrial animals are those animals they are living on the land. Okay, land animals are called terrestrial animals. But again, if we will see, many animals are living on the land. Most of the animals are living on the land, either in the desert or the polar region, in the forest, in our home, or anywhere. Okay, but they are living on the land. Now that means they will come in the category of the terrestrial animals. Okay, but terrestrial animals can be wild also, and it can be domestic also. Lion and tigers are the land animals because they are living on the land, but they are living in forest. We are not keeping in our home. In the same way, domestic animals like cow and buffalo, they are also living on land, but not in the forest, but in our house, means outside of our house, which gives us some of the benefit. Okay, they can also live in the desert like camel. Camel is also living on the land. Desert is also the part of the land now. Okay, grassland is also the part of the land, but they are living in a different place. So these all are the terrestrial animals. Okay, it can be wild animals, it can be domestic animals. Okay, it can be desert animals also. Okay, but what is common in all these animals? Okay, some of the feature is found in each and every animal. Yes, some of the adaptations, some of the special features will definitely be different. Like desert animals like camel is having the different special feature, that's why they are able to survive in the desert. But the lion is having the different feature, that means they are having the sharp teeth, which the camel is not having. So some features will be different obviously, but some of the features will be common in all the terrestrial animals. And what are that? Let's discuss. First is they have lungs. All the terrestrial animals, doesn't matter they are living in a forest, they are living in our home, they are living in desert or anywhere, but all the terrestrial animals are having lungs as a breathing organ. They breathe with the help of the lungs. Second is they have well developed sense organ and strong leg. Yes, of course, because they can sense what is happening in the environment. They can feel the changes. If you are chasing any of the animal, then they come to know someone is chasing me. Why? Because they are having the developed sense. They can sense the danger around themselves. So this is the adaptation which is found in all the terrestrial animals. Okay. Next is a strong leg. Most of the terrestrial animals are having 4 legs. Okay, and that is well developed because they have to walk and sometimes they have to run after the other animal, okay, to catch as a prey. And on the other hand, some animals also have to run so that they can protect themselves from the other animals. So they all are having the very strong leg. Okay, these are found in all the terrestrial animals. Next, if I will talk about the spiracles. Spiracle is what? Spiracle are the hole, air holes which is found on the insects. Okay, and these air holes are known as spiracle. Okay, so these are the breathing organ in insect. Okay, breathing organ in terrestrial animals are lungs, but the breathing organ in insect like grasshopper, cockroach or the other insect are having spiracles as a breathing organ. Now one infobell is given on the first page. Okay, what this infobell is saying, for animals adaptation means having the certain body parts. Yes, of course. Okay, what is the meaning of adaptation? Bringing the special features. Bringing the special features means what? Changing in their body part. Okay, now when you will see, okay, some of the animals are having the hoofs in their leg. Okay, time to time when it was needed by the animals that they required some changes, where they bring these changes in their body parts only. Okay, whatever body parts they are having, if their environment will keep on changing, okay, that will also change. Polar bear is having the fur. So fur is the part of their body now that has been developed. Okay, teeth of the tiger is the part of their body, okay, which is required to tear the flesh, otherwise they cannot eat their food. So where these changes are seen in their body part, okay, and to adapt themselves to their surrounding, of course. So whenever we see the change is always seen in their body part. Okay, so I hope you all have understood. We have only covered 2 topics in this video, and further we will discuss in the next video. Thank you for watching.